Hey guys, Moneyman300 back for some more Forza 6 videos here, and this is going to be our league race build and tune this week for the endurance racing, and this is the 99 EVO. It's all EVOs, and you have 4 cars to pick from, and to be honest, this one's probably going to be the only one that's overly competitive, and that's the 99 with the 6-cylinder engine swap in at the 3.7. I literally tested builds in all 4 of them. I didn't do extensive testing. Am I starting at the back? I didn't do extensive testing, but I did enough to tell me that this is the only one. This is probably going to be the dominant one. So this is the... Oh, man. Ooh, I had to put on the brakes there. Yep, saw that coming. Trying to pick my way through this first turn, which is pretty much a mess right now. Drive through this, catch the smoke, see if I can... Woo. Stay way to the inside here. Whoa, that guy just drove right into me. Whoa, that's a mess. All right. Get in on that guy. All right, see if we... Jeez. Okay, everybody running into everybody here. I'm going to let that guy have that line. Just because I didn't want to come up on the inside of him. Literally, I think I drove like 3 laps just to make sure it was tuned okay. All right, where are we at here? 15th out of 22. It's about where we started. That mess in the first turn there. Speaking of messes, we got a mess going on right here. That guy, dude, he's coming through. Let's stay right on him here for a minute. Give him a little space into here. Guy did not expect me to brake there. I'm not quite sure if I have to brake there. First time driving this car, well, at least this build of this car on this track, so. Good 10 laps. We're only in the second one. They kind of dropped back a little bit there. He came up on me big time there. I was trying to take that outside line, but I saw him coming, so thought it would be just best just to get the heck out of the way there, not end both of our races on that one. I think damage is on here. It's on in Pinnacle and Elite, not in the. But we do have the same endurance race for all the classes. I'm not getting that turned down at all. I'm not making much headway here either. I make up ground right here, but that's about it. Woo, the turn in. Quick downshift just to hook back up. I lost a lot of time on that. That thing hooked up into that turn more than I thought it was going to. That's all right, though. Getting messy here. I'm on your inside. He had a good run off of that. Better off of that one that time. Got some tight racing going on here, though. It's not bad. Slow down a little early here. See if I can get on the inside of these guys a little bit here. Ooh, he came right down in there. It's a good thing I slowed down. He wasn't going to have any part of checking to see if anybody was under him. Guy behind me's staying right there. Check behind me again real quick. Got some hitting going on, man. We are just staying tight right now. Oh my. I'm not sure what happened there, but that was messy. What are you doing? Entirely too aggressive. Jeez. People pushing. Up to 9th. Not necessarily by any great racing. God, that guy's just, he's overly aggressive. All right, we're getting a little bit separated out, but these guys are so aggressive that they come flying into these turns. Could take a little more normal line this time, except I freaking overdid it, overcooked it in the middle of that. I haven't been very good in that part of the track, really, in any of my laps at this point. Or that part. There's a little dirt there. Oh shoot, I bumped the button on my controller. The underneath one, and it shifted gears. Crap, the Elite controller strikes. A little better in that part of the track this time. I need to use more of the track on that turn. Alright, don't accidentally hit controller here. I got a good run out of that turn. Try to stay to the inside here. Ooh, had to tap the brakes there. Oh, big crash. That's going to disable some cars. What was that? All right, well, we worked our way up to 6. Had to list a decent pass in there. That turned in too early. Sorry, guys are making mistakes. I've raced pretty cautiously here so far. Working my way up. It's been a bad race. This car's as competitive as any of the other ones. It turns really well. And holds it well. I like the tune. I think it's pretty well dialed in here. We'll take a look at that in a second. Show you guys. Keep it on the track here. I might be able to get up into 5th here if he can make a mistake. A little quicker in that turn that time. Hanging with him here. He's going to have to make a big mistake here. I'm going to have to get a really good run off of this one. There was the mistake. Oh, he got a little sideways. This is going to be a race to the finish. Got him. All right, we get up into 5th place. That wasn't bad, considering where we started and the pretty even nature of these cars. Almost everybody's using the 99, and they're all using a really similar build that I'm going to show you here to give you the best chance to be competitive. You can try some other cars. See the guy there in 4th using a. That's the other one. I think that's. I don't. Is that the 2004? I believe. I think that's the 2004. I can't really tell from here, but it's not that you can't be. If you start out front, you can, especially on a track like that, and you drive good lines, you could pretty much be competitive with anything. But the 99 is with the 3.7 liter V6. I don't know if it's a V6, but the 3.7 liter 6-cylinder swap is your best bet here. So I'm going to back out of this lobby here. We're going to go take a look at the build and our tune and see what we got going on here. So give it just a second here. I don't know if this is going to be a great league week. It's kind of cool that everybody has the same one and you have damage on in the upper leagues and not on in the lower leagues. So we start off with it. That was my first league race you could see there of the week. So not bad. Worked our way up to 5th there. Let's hop on over, take a look at getting the upgrade shop, and let's take a look at our build and tune here. So over in the engine swap area, we do have an engine swap, and it is the 3.7 liter V6 VVT engine. That's gonna, so when you first put that on there, you're gonna notice that that's gonna put you over 500. So there's some things we do in the build to bring it back down. So there is no drivetrain swap. You're not allowed to do a drivetrain swap. It has to be all-wheel drive. And then there is no aspiration conversion because I can't fit it. So in here, we are gonna have the Forza adjustable front arrow and the Forza adjustable rear arrow. No hood here. Put you over that limit unless you do something else. And there's not a lot of room to do a lot of things. We have no tire compound, no width. I didn't even look at the rear width. Now, see, that's kind of interesting. See, I missed this. And maybe this is something you'll want to consider. I don't know where you could get you could get some more weight out of this by doing this, but how much weight does this add? I didn't even think about looking at this, actually. This adds about, which is why you get the PI back. So the only thing you're getting PI back is out of weight. I don't know if you could get some more handling, though, from this. I don't know how much. I don't even know if it impacts. So you get all the way up to 5.0 handling, then the 4.8. I didn't have any really handling problems. I would recommend doing this, though. So I would recommend going ahead and putting the wider tire here. Let me see. Let me just throw this on here real quick. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I always forget that you get the free stuff. So you can't do anything in the front. So I would put the wider tire there, then come back in your wheels and take the weight out here. Find one that's, of course, I probably won't find one that's perfect. They're all in the close range. All right, let's find one that is the 5. This is going to be, you're going to end up with that balancing axle. Let's, oh, I hate that. That's an ugly wheel. So is that. Of course, all the 501. That's why I hate that. I hate those. This combination of wheels are so ugly. We'll just take this one. So we're 501. We'll see if we can get it back somewhere. Generally, we can do it in here. So if I go up one here and up one here, there it is right there. All right, so we can get it back right there. And we get a little more handling in it. A little bit more weight, though. So it's a trade-off. So you can have those middle wheel swaps and go that route, or you can change that up. I'm going to look at one other thing here, and we'll come back. So we could have taken the weight out and potentially got it right here without having to go to the bigger wheels also. So anyways, let's get back over there. So I think, I'm going to leave it like this. You guys can give it a run. I mean, you saw it was fine. without the upgraded tire, but I think it might be even just a touch better with it. So wider tires are always good if you can get them, and they come cheap and even give you a couple of PI back in this one. So so I would go this route. All right, so now we now have our new wheels here, are the second ones in, the GN Plus in there, and we have the full width upgrade. You might be able to get away with coming down one on this to get a little bit of weight back. It's about 3 pounds there, and what do we have? I just hit the Y button, which I really didn't want to do there. All right, let me get back out of that. Where were we here? All right, so here, so I think both of these are giving you about 3 pounds. So 4, so 7 total pounds. You're just going to offset that really with the driveline when you do that anyway. So that's all of our tires and rims. Let's hop on over and take a look here. We don't have a clutch, no transmission, can't get anything out of any of that. We do have a sport driveline in here, so if you want to go smaller with the wheels, just go to stock driveline. It should balance itself out. And we do have the race differential, really important in all-wheel drive cars. Brakes. So this is where we had to make some trade-offs in here. So right now I have sport brakes. You see it's quite a bit to get up there. So I only have sport brakes, so we do not have adjustable brakes. It really wasn't too bad without it. So also I do not have adjustable springs, right? Another 5 PI to get there. So I couldn't fit that in there either. But I do have roll bar, both front, the anti-roll, both front and rear. To me, that is the #1 tuning item for most cars, especially all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars. So you do not want to go without those. You could sacrifice the rear, which I think are usually, it's not really any PI out of that one. So sometimes you can get one back if you really, really had to. But you really want those on there. I did not do the reinforcement. You can get, looks like, 1 back with that. I don't believe, in my opinion, it's worth that extra weight that it puts on there. So I would leave that off. And then we couldn't get any weight reduction out of that, and no performance parts at all. So it's pretty limited on what you can do for a build. You do the engine swap, and then you're doing everything you can to get it back below the number and get some tuning parts. So that does make our tuning a little bit less on this car also. So let's hop in and take a look at that. I have 28.5 and 28.5 for the tire pressure. We don't have anything adjustable in our gearing. We have no adjustable alignment, so we were out of the box here. We do have adjustable roll cage. I left the rear the same, and I dropped the fronts all the way to 1. Pretty typical. It's kind of where I start. You know, sometimes I'll start at 5 or 10 on that front, and I'll just leave the rears alone, and I'll adjust them a little bit if necessary. It felt pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't catching any much under or oversteer in it. It turned nicely, had good turn in, so I didn't have really a whole lot to adjust there, other than dropping those front anti-roll bars down. Nothing we can do in springs either, so no adjustment there. Nothing we can do in damping, so no adjustments there. Aero. So I did a little something here, and I kind of played around with this. I usually keep my aero balanced, but in this case, I went ahead and threw it in there. I really like the cornering I got with this, and that's probably why I was getting that big turn in that I was getting that caught me off guard a little bit, because I just made that change. If you want to, you get a little bit more speed by doing this, and you don't sacrifice a whole lot of handling. So I don't know if there's a huge deal between 50 and 75 here, but I kind of like the way it felt, so I'm going to leave it there. And there's nothing we can do with the brakes either, but we can do some tuning here. So we end up at 40 and 0. I normally run 35 here. I don't know why I did 40, but it works. 65 and 20, and then 70. These are pretty typical B and C class type all-wheel drive where I start with mine. So that's the differential there. Trying to get as much power to the rear as possible, but still maintain that handling of an all-wheel drive car. So there you go. There is another league, race, build, and tune for you to get out there. There's not going to be a lot of diversity in this. I think you'll find 75% of the people are going to run on a build very similar to this. So tuning, I think the tuning matters in here. There's going to be slight variations in that build, like I said, with the width and the tire. Some people may do that, some people may not. So it's going to be a lot like spec racing out there, and that's what I noticed from that first race. Almost everybody was using the 99, and from what I could tell, they probably had very similar builds. So I'm going to wrap it up with that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.